So this video is going to be about me and my most embarrassing moment. Because, like, people have asked me about it, so I thought I would just say it. Alright, so here it goes. I really like Supernatural. You know, the show Supernatural. As you can tell, my poster. Let me put that up. Supernatural. Okay, so I really like the show, and I read a lot of fan fictions, and I go on Tumblr, and, like, I fawn over it in general. And, you know, me being me, I can't help but ship someone in the show. And the ship in the show just happens to be my OTP, my one true pairing. Destiel, Dean, and Castiel, Cass. And that's a really popular ship. And yeah, I may be a little mainstream by loving that ship so much, but how can you not? There's a reason so many people like the pairing people. It's just so meant to be. Okay, so besides the point, I read a lot of fanfiction on them. And they're so good. Like, the fanfictions are one of the best I've ever read. Like, if I can think of the best fan base that has, like, the best fanfictions ever, I automatically think of either Panic at the Disco or Supernatural. And, like, Supernatural is really awesome, okay? And so one day I just thought, okay, so I have a really good grip of the characters. Well, a good enough grip. So I think I should actually get involved in the fan base. Well, more involved than I am by reblogging all this stuff on Tumblr and all this other stuff. And make a fan fiction. And so I did. It took me, like, all day. I was just stressing over every little thing. And the funny thing about it was, I meant for it to be this really short and fluffy little piece. Like, I just meant for it to be, like, them finally realizing that they loved each other and they would kiss, and that would be the end of it. But, you know, before I knew it, clothes were just shed. And I don't even know how it happened. It just, like, one kiss led to another, and suddenly the sex had happened. Like, what the crap? And it's funny because the whole time I was typing it, and I was screaming and laughing so much inside my head going, "Stop it! Megan, what are you doing? Why are you doing this?" And it was just overall horrible. But when I finished it, I was super duper proud. And me being the egotistical person I am, or however you say that word, I posted it everywhere. On every site I could. And me and my friend Erin, we kind of shared stories with each other because we wrote. And I thought I would share this one with her. And it had smut in it, yes. But, you know, she's used to it, and she was fine with it. And the only email she had, that I knew of at least, was the Anderson 5 school district one, which is her school email. And so I shared it with her. And at school, 2 weeks later, I was called to the office. And I was confused because, you know, I'm a genuinely good student. Like, I'm not a bad student, which may surprise you, I know. I don't get in fights every day. No, I do not. So, but yeah, I was confused. And I went up to the office, and Miss Artman, my grades attendant, or however you want to say it, superintendent, grades principal, however you want to say it, she said, "Okay, so Bradlea," and another note to that, my school calls me Bradlea, and my family calls me Megan. My full name is Bradlea Megan Walls, and you can call me whatever, I don't care. But she went, "Bradlea, now this may be a mistake, because mistakes do happen with the school system. But I got an email that flagged a document that said it was created by you." And, well, it wasn't my school email that I wrote it on, but it was an email that said Walls Bradlea, so it was kind of obvious that was me. So yeah, and then so she said, I got an email that said that was flagged like a document from you, and it was shared with one of our students, Aaron Nolan, and it immediately got flagged because everything that the school, like the students see, we see. And, like, genuinely, before she pulled it up, I thought it would just be like a document filled with links to Destiel videos, because, like, I watch Destiel videos and stuff. And I guess I accidentally stepped up one day at school and just watched them at school, I guess. So that's what I figured. So I was really ready to explain myself and go, okay, I got this. I can just tell her that I was looking up and seeing if, like, I was allowed to get on the videos at school. And I was just watching a couple because I was bored, and I just liked the idea of them together. And I just wanted to see a cute little couple videos of them. I was fully ready to explain myself. But then she pulled up the document. And you know how when you see, like, something you wrote, you can automatically tell it's yours. Like, you look at one line, and you just can automatically tell you wrote it. Because you remember looking at that line for so many minutes and thinking, should I put this there? Should I change this to this? Like, you just know because you remember it. You remember all those gory memories. And that's what happened to me. When I saw that, and when I saw, damn it, Cass, Dean groaned. I think my red turned like 50 shades of red. I don't know if I just said my red turned 50 shades of red, but if I did, I'm sorry. I meant my face turned 50 shades of red, I think. It was bad. Like, I was leaning over her, like, she was sitting right here in this chair, and, like, I was leaning over her, like, this. I was, like, looking at the laptop, and when I saw that, I was, like, I think, okay, so this is what I'm guessing I looked like. I was, like, and besides that, my face was like, it was like this color red. Not even joking. You should ask the people in my school, because they can tell you from experience that my face can get very, very red. And okay, so yeah, it got really red, and you know, me being the awkward person I am, I just looked at her for a second. I looked at her. I saw the complete and utter trust in her eyes. And I said, oh, I didn't write that. I don't know how that got there. And she said, being the awesome person she is, she said, oh, that's okay, mistakes happen. It was just a mistake. I'm sorry for that embarrassing experience it had for you. I'm sorry. And then she let me go. And I went back to class, and I think I was about to fall into a hole. I think I would prefer at that moment to fall into this big black hole. I think I wanted to fall in this big black hole. I did want to fall in this big black hole, because my fan fiction was read by the whole school district. And before, I was wondering why, like, all the teachers at school were giving me this disgusted look, like this look, and I was confused. And now I knew why. And I think my whole world collapsed. Like, everyone knew. It's not a good experience. And so, while I was walking back to class, and I wanted to fall in that pit of despair and just, like, never exist anymore, I realized that I lied to someone, and I felt guilt. I felt so much guilt, especially since she is such a nice person. I felt so bad. And so by the end of the period, I had told myself, just tell her the truth. The truth is better. And I went back to her office, and I had a whole speech planned. I genuinely had the best speech ever planned. I think in my words, it was best speech ever. And I sat down, and I looked at her, said, Miss Artman. And then one thing led to another, and I was looking at, I was looking at the ground, and I just was blushing so hard. And I think I said something along the lines. I said, okay, so I'm really sorry for lying to you, but the goat got to me, and I had to, and I'm sorry if you can't hear this right, because, you know, I'm embarrassed. When I'm embarrassed, I speak really fast, and I'm sorry, but I kind of wrote that, and I know it's bad, and I know it's really inappropriate, but I matured really quickly because of reasons, and, you know, I just am able to write that stuff, and I'm sorry. I know it's bad what I did and everything, but I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'll unshare it with her. I'll do everything, and I'm sorry. It must have, like, been a sort of accident when I shared it with her. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. And that's pretty much how that went. I basically blubbered my life out. And then she looked at me, and she went, oh, it's okay. I read 50 Shades of Grey. It's no problem. And I went, like, I'm pretty sure I did some face like that. It's like, okay, kill. But she said, just don't let it happen again, okay? And I went, okay. She said, you're glad I like you. And I was like, yeah. Like, I was really relieved, but I also felt really embarrassed because I was so proud of that fic. Wow. I was so proud of that fic. But after having the whole school district read it, every time I look at that fic now, all I feel is extreme secondhand embarrassment for myself and shame. And like, ugh. And I haven't been able to read it since. Like, it destroyed my love for that fic. And that's sad because I was so proud of it. So, the moral of the story is, folks, before you share your story that probably will be really, really smutty, make sure you're careful of where you share it. I mean, this is from experience, guys.